The on and off switch to obesity. What's the big deal? Obesity is a serious illness, and it's easy to say, just go on a diet. But it's so much more than that. It's a complicated issue and a complicated disease. About 500,000 people are obese. Obesity is a risk factor for many secondary diseases like cardiovascular problems, cancer, diabetes, and obesity is mostly controlled by our DNA and more recently appreciated by our environment. According to Science Daily, Max Planck Institute of Immunobiology and Epigenetics is particularly interested in investigating such epigenetic effects in metabolic diseases. The mice. So the starting point of their new study was a mouse strain in which one of 2 copies of the gene TRIM28 was present in the genome. There were collaborators that had previously observed that these particular mice displayed large variations in their body weight despite being genetically identical. That was very intriguing, and they were also very intrigued by their findings because it suggested the possibility of purely epigenetic disease. Let's dig a little deeper. So by comparing global gene expression in the 2 populations, these researchers discovered a network of so-called imprinted genes that was significantly lower expressed in obese animals. So imprinted genes are a small subset of genes which are exclusively expressed from either the maternal or paternal gene copy. So again, these researchers are all working together when they compiled all this data, and their data showed that the loss of 1 copy of these imprinted genes also resulted in a bistable distribution of either lean or obese animals. So what's interesting is that this confirmed the functional importance of the imprinted network, and it suggested that it acted like a switch, an on-off switch between 2 distinct phenotypes. So this is all great, but what does it mean? Well, the data not only helps us understand the interaction of genetic and epigenetic factors in obesity, this has major implications for how we even begin to think about evolution. That's pretty amazing stuff. So where do we go from here? That's a great question. These findings will help with new directions for epigenetic therapies with regards to complex human diseases. And the idea that these phenotypes or diseases might have strong switch-like, that on and off button we keep talking about, epigenetic origins suggests that certain disease scenarios are entirely epigenetically driven, and therefore that epigenetic therapies might be able to flip such switches on and off, like that button we keep talking about. Final thoughts? My final thoughts. As our world continues to battle the bulge, hopefully we can continue with this research and improve these processes. And then maybe we can finally and permanently press the off switch to obesity.